So over the New Year's period, me and my friend Aiden here took a trip to the Netherlands. On one of the days we were there, I decided I wanted to go out with him and showcase everything we did in a day. I wanted to show off the architecture, the culture, the places you could visit, and see how well I could do on such a short filming schedule. I don't think I achieved everything I quite set out to do with this project. However, I did find it very enjoyable, and I got some really nice shots that I am actually quite proud of. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy.
Like, forcing yourself to do something that you love purely because you're going to make money off of it is really hard.
Then it is such a good thing.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing because it means you can do what you love whilst also allowing yourself to live the lifestyle that you want to lead.
Yeah. I think that's going to be my plan for uni. I'm not going to have a job.
So after a short train journey where we extensively discussed our life plans, we decided to hit the streets of Amsterdam. Our first stop on the tour for the day was a place called the Eye Building. It's a notorious film museum within Amsterdam, and it was pretty fucking sick. The Eye Building is dedicated to the history and the artistic side of films. They even have a cinema there, showcasing new releases, old classics, and they even had a available for streaming Netflix film in there, which is pretty cool to see in a cinema setting. I've never seen that before.
Silly boy.
Is that good?
Do you feel silly?
A little bit.
Are you proud of yourself?
No. Actually, a little bit.
Once we'd released that childishness from ourselves, we decided to head into the museum itself and really think deeply about what art means at its core.
What? Give me a description.
What I like.
Yeah, go on.
I like how still it is. It gives me like Walking Dead vibes.
All jokes aside, when we did start to take the museum itself a bit more seriously, we did find ourselves thinking about the art a little bit more. This exhibit here was cool. It was just a dark room with a bunch of projectors throwing up images that the artist had taken onto the wall. It just really gives you a chance to focus on what she wants you to be viewing, if that makes sense. This is the origin of film right here. Without this, we would not have digital cameras.
Really?
Yeah, this is how film started. So after the section of the museum that looked at film as an art form, we moved on to the history side of things and the area that included the fun stuff. The first thing we came across was a green screen. They tried to make us to pay for it, but since I'm such a talented filmmaker, I just recorded Aiden and threw some random ass images over the top. It was pretty fun to fuck around on, to be honest. This here is a perfect example of why you don't let anyone else film when you're doing stuff like this. Aiden took so many fucking shots of my ass throughout this whole process. The next thing we came across was a room where you could sit down at these iPads and you could look at thousands upon thousands of shots from so many films. You could drag the shots from the wall and take a look at the director, the year it was released in, what the shot meant. You could also then select a category to throw up onto the wall, such as fire, colours, eyes, close-ups. It was so fucking interesting because it specified on Dutch cinema, obviously. So it was nice to be able to more closely analyse shots from Dutch cinema that I hadn't really ever looked at before.
Showing all the different modes. 60 frames per second. I kind of can't wait to take you through the tiny way. What rate happens like you gotta get a picture of the bird. Can I take a picture of the bird?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do something for me, 21. Put a rich flex for me, 21. Do the ops neck for me, 21. Do pussy
Bird.
for me. Huh?
Westergas wasn't a total disappointment though. We took a nice walk through the grounds and came upon this like Christmassy, Yule looking village. And then we saw the sickest fucking dog of the trip. That was basically the extent of what we did on that day. We had a lot more planned, but it was the last day of the trip. We were tired. We didn't really have the energy to go through with a lot of the plans we had. So then we just hopped on the tram and headed home.